15-year-old entering into the adult prison system. I went straight to a maximum facility at that time, and at that time, truth in sentencing had not been enacted yet. It had not even, I think it was a discussion, but it had not yet been passed. And the judge sentenced me to 15 years. That the judge, when he imposed the 15-year sentence, it was likely that he envisioned me being released at 4 to 5 years. Being out on parole means that you're given the opportunity to demonstrate that you can be a positive and productive asset to the community. You're given that opportunity, you're given that chance. And if you eliminate that from the equation for an inmate on the inside, that takes away the hope of possibility.
So I had to make sure that when we signed off on it, this inmate had taken all the necessary programming, had a support network outside, and was someone we felt could succeed. We wanted everyone to succeed.
And to be clear, about 98% of the people under old law are male.
Yes,
and
that's true.
So we're talking roughly $90 million every year to keep this population in prison.
In my own testimonial, like I said, I'm a violent offender. I was convicted for first-degree reckless injury. So that means that I shot someone.
At the age of 15?
At the age of 15, I shot someone. And today, you can see I was given an opportunity.
Back in the mid-90s, the legislature and Governor Thompson changed the rules from mandatory release for certain more serious offenses to presumptive mandatory release. But when you look at the current ages of people who are in, you don't have, have almost nobody who's in their 20s.
I met those families, and I found that an inmate, and some of the records were pretty horrific if you look at them, but when you looked at the person, you talked with that person or that inmate, you saw someone that could be your next door neighbor. You saw one that could be your brother, your cousin. I many times said, there but for fate, go I. I mean, I felt that close to some of these people. And if they had the correct support network, they could succeed.
Because they don't see any significance in parole. That is how, and even I waived several parole hearings because there was no real hope there. I mean, it got to a point where it was just like filing an inmate complaint. It was nothing going to get done.
The fact is, they were violent offenders. We don't know what they are now.
Absolutely.
They were. Khalif was a violent offender. Khalif is not a violent offender now. And so to put it in the past tense shows how little faith they have in this system.